Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, this bad boy arrived via UPS today, the DJI Air 3. I have been looking forward to this guy. What's not to like? We finally get an Air series of drone, the mid-level drone, consumer drone at DJI with 46-minute flight time. You know, the Air 2S, that's what everybody complained about was the flight time. This guy definitely took care of that. Omnidirectional obstacle avoidance, so you don't have to worry about flying sideways into something like you did the Air 2S. Not that I'm knocking the Air 2S, it's a great drone, but this guy's going to be amazing. The two cameras, wide angle as well as a 3x telephoto. I've learned to know and love that on the Mavic 3 Pro, so it's really going to be fun on this guy. What am I most excited about on this drone? It has that 10 meters per second ascent speed and 10 meters per second descent speed. What does that mean to me? It's a very athletic drone. You're going to be able to move it around in the sky very quickly to get the shot that you're looking for. Move it in the position that you need very quickly. Has all the usual DJI intelligent flight modes, etc. The other thing that they included on this guy right off the bat is waypoints. I know that's something that's important to a lot of folks. I also picked up the 100-watt charge brick for this guy so that we can charge those batteries quickly. A lot of other features, but I just picked this guy up, and I don't think I'm going to have a chance to fly it for a couple of days. I'm going to be out at the racetrack tomorrow, then out at a car show the day after that. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it up in the air for a couple of days. But in the meantime, I wanted to unbox this for you and show you just how it comes and what to expect if you order one and you get yours. So anyway, let's quit messing around. Let's get this thing out of the box. Okay, let's get that cellophane off first thing. Then, as usual, we got the little zip pull that DJI puts on there. Their packaging is getting better all the time. You just pull that up and that opens that seal. Then open the box and yeah, you got a QR code for the Fly app, which and tutorials, etc., which is a good thing. I like how they do that. And then just the bag. So wow, this is really something here. Let's see if we can get this out without too much grief and show it on the camera. And there we go. Nothing else in the box there. So the first thing that strikes me is this is a way bigger package than what we got with the Air 2S. One of the things I loved about the Air 2S is the bag was the same form factor and in fact the same size as the DJI mini drones. Made it really good for travel. But anyway, it looks like we've got kind of an interesting little, yeah, you pull down on that. It's a, just hooks underneath, pull down, and there you go. And there's all the good stuff right there. Let me show you the back of this bag too, though, while we're at it. So I like this. Looks like you've got a carry handle on the back. Now that is more important than you think. And in fact, in many cases, often I'll just get rid of the shoulder strap altogether and just use the carry strap. But let's see what else we have here. Oh yeah, we got a little DJI tag. Yeah, bunch of instructions that none of us will ever look at. Pick up the camera there just a little bit so you can see. So in the top you can see through that there's a USB, well, I was going to say USB-A to USB-C, but it looks like USB-C to USB-C. And again, a bunch of documentation that none of us will ever look at. Let's look at the rest of this good stuff. So here's the bag with all the props. There's 6 pairs of props in there. I'm not going to open that up. You guys have seen props before. Hopefully, you don't need to replace any props real soon, but they're there if you need them. So you can see how this is compartmentalized here. So you get the drone right here, the controller, and the I'm sure this is the charge hub. And yeah, there's the charge hub, and it's got a couple of batteries in it. Then, of course, the the DJI RC2 controller with OcuSync 4 and of course the antenna on top. We'll pull all this stuff out of the bag here in a second. Then there's the bad boy drone itself. Yeah, let me get all this stuff out of the bag and we'll take a closer look. Okay, there's the whole kit right there. All of the props, and I didn't pull them all out of the bag because you guys have seen props before. But one of the things I wanted to point out, there's a change in DJI's packaging. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but this bag is a lot thicker plastic than what we've seen in the past. And everything is packaged in this kind of a bag. It's just something different than we've seen before, so that's why I thought I would point it out. Then, of course, the documentation that I will never take out of the bag. Honestly, let me tell you what I do. And I think it's important that they put a quick start guide in there for somebody that's never flown a drone before. But I'll download the PDF copy of the manual, and that's what I'll use to fly this thing. And you can get all the details. And for me, I'm an old guy. I can blow up that manual on my computer as big as I want to read the small print. So I would encourage anybody to download the PDF version. And you can download it to your phone so you can have it with you out in the field as well. And then, of course, just as I thought, it is USB-C to USB-C, which is great. Nothing wrong with that. So that's the charge cable for the charge hub. And speaking of charging, here's the charge hub itself. And yeah, I see it has a power light right there, and there's a power button. And I guess that's the one you double press to get it to charge the batteries with less charge to charge the battery with most charge that everybody's been talking about. It is not a concurrent charger that was rumored for a while, and of course the USB-C port. And yeah, room for 3 batteries. Oh, there is a decal on the back of this thing. And yeah, press and hold the battery release button. So, oh, that's interesting. So look at this. You got a release button down here. I've never seen that before from DJI. So let's try it. Press down. Yeah, and out comes the battery. And then it clicks in. So you got to press that button to pull the battery out. Interesting. So I'll pull that decal off of there. So here's that DJI RC2. And, you know, you get the extra set of... and they're not very tall, the antenna on the top, and that's going to help you with that OcuSync 4. And yeah, looking forward to trying that out. You know, that will, the main thing you're looking for is better signal quality. But other than that, it looks almost identical to the other DJI RC spot for your micro SD card there, USB-C to charge it. So then, of course, on the bottom here is where your gimbal sticks are stored. And there it is. I better get this guy charged up. And then here's the drone. So I'm just trying to figure out where to start first. I'm going to give you my impressions first. There's my hand over the top. It is not as big as I was led to believe looking at some of the other reviews. So I'm pleased about that. Yeah, so everything that we've seen in some of the other reviews, you got the downward optical flow sensors, the time of flight sensors right there, and then that bottom LED. So let's unfold this puppy. Front arms first, then the rear arms. And there we are. That's the thing fully. I can tell you, I don't know that my Mavic 3 would be sticking out further than this. So really, form factor, I'm pleased. It's not as big as I thought it would be. It is definitely a medium-sized drone. Okay, so let's take a look at that gimbal. So if I read those instructions correctly, it says press down on the top and pull out, and sure enough, there it comes. And then I like these foam gimbal holders that DJI has been including on their newer drones. So it says remove before use, which of course we're going to do. Yeah, that just pulls right off. It's a horseshoe-shaped cover. And there's that bad boy. There's that gimbal. And it's flopping around there. So yeah, you're going to want to put that horseshoe on when it's not in use to immobilize the gimbal so it's not flopping around. But that's essentially it. I'm looking for more decals to take off here. Yeah, it says, you know, the usual charge to activate on the battery. We'll pull that sticker off. And of course, down here is where the, see if we can pull that door open. And there's your USB-C charge and data port, and the micro SD card slot. Let's see if we can pull that out. Yep, pulls right out. Slides right in. Get a good click to hold it in there. Let's see, what else can I point out? Of course, the big sensors for the 360 obstacle avoidance. I like the way they do this. They look forward and they look up and they look to the side. And same thing on the back here. Those sensors, that's kind of genius how they did that. I'm sure using really super wide angle technology, they look backwards, they look to the side, and they look up. And then, of course, you got the downward sensors on the bottom. Well, okay, that's about it for this video. I'm going to get this bad boy charged up, charge all these batteries and the controller. And as usual, I'm hoping my first flight will be out at the Snake River Canyon. That is typically what I do for a first flight. Get the guy off the ground and send it out right over the canyon. So that is my intention. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that. It may be a couple of days before I can get out there, but looking forward to flying this bad boy. Hey, the other thing I wanted to say before I sign off here is that this is one of the best rollouts that I've seen from DJI. Today is Thursday. I ordered this drone on their introduction day on Tuesday. 2 days time, and then this drone is at my front door. Way to go, DJI. That's the kind of service that we like to see. Have it available immediately when you introduce it. So anyway, that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out, and if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I absolutely appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, we'll see you on the next one. The DJI Air 3. Look at the camera on that bad boy. See ya.